Reality Receipts.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Reality Receipts podcast starring me, Storytime with Ricky.
And me, Reality Ashley. We are back for our Deep Dive Friday episode. We have a very relevant deep dive for you this week. The one and only Mr. Kyle Cooke from Summer House. Obviously, it's been a huge week in the news for Kyle Cooke. Amanda Batula and Kyle announced their separation. I know I was calling it a divorce before, but it's technically only a separation. But I think most people feel like if they've taken this public step to announce the separation, usually the separation has actually already occurred and now the divorce is imminent. So
Absolutely.
Ricky has not watched Summer House before, so it's super exciting because I not only get to tell you guys all the lore, but it's going to be Ricky's first time hearing it too. So I love that because then she can ask questions that you might be thinking at home, but we can't hear your questions, so she can have all the questions for you guys. So it's perfect.
Yeah, and then when the new season of Summer House comes up, we'll all be caught up, and then we could just jump in from the new season, and we know all the lore. So
exactly. Season 10. I can't believe it's already season 10, but season 10 of Summer House comes out February 3rd. So that's real soon. This January is flying by. It's crazy.
Oh, it's over. It's over. It's the 22nd. I was like, oh my God, January's over. What is happening?
Yeah, but February is going to be a huge month. We got Love is Blind season 10, Summer House season 10. All these shows are really getting up there. So I'm excited. But there's also a lot going on right now too. So it's not like we're waiting for shows. We got so much happening right now. So
yeah. We're not lacking any shows, but
no. And like that's crazy because I feel like this is the downtime before it gets crazy, and it's already like 10 shows that we're covering.
There's no such thing as downtime anymore.
We're not even into the Love is Blind and then the Love Island USA part of the year. That's all still to come. So
no,
2026.
There's no down season anymore. It's so funny because we've been seeing you guys' comments like, you guys have been on fire with the content. Like, you guys are killing it. I'm like, we do this all the time, and we've been doing this. We just took a little Christmas break, and it was only a week.
Yeah, I know. I think people forgot that we were pumping out like 5 episodes a week before Christmas, and then Christmas. We had a couple pre-planned Christmas ones, and then I was sick, and so it was a little tricky for like a week there. But then we're back. We're back to normal now. So this is just the way we roll. We intended to do 1 episode a week, and here we are at 5. I think it still says on our Instagram bio Tuesdays, which really...
yeah, we should just change that.
It should say every day but Tuesday. That's what it should say. So.
It's every day, sometimes twice a day. That's what it should say.
Literally. Speaking of that, it is our 1-year anniversary when you guys are listening to this, because Friday is our 1-year birthday anniversary. So that is crazy. A year ago today, we did our first episode.
It's our birthday, so tell us happy birthday if you're listening in the comments. And all we want for our birthday is a 5-star rating, bonus points if it's on Apple, and you guys are going to want to listen to our Traders, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, all of our recaps for Friday's episode, because we are going to be doing a massive giveaway, so stay tuned for that.
And follow us on Instagram because we'll post about it there too. So we're going to do a little birthday giveaway to give back to you guys because we love that you listen and like it, and we appreciate you. So thank you for being here. Wait, can I tell you a funny... Maybe I told you this already, but a year ago today, after we recorded our very first episode, because I'm not I don't record myself for my content usually. I wasn't in it. So when we did our first episode was really the first time I've like had to stare at my face for a long time, probably ever. And I totally thought that my face was crooked and I was having a stroke. So
yeah, she did. She literally freaked out. I think she went to the doctor, right?
No. I texted my husband a picture and I was like, is my face always like this? He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, it's a little crooked. The smile is a little crooked. I think I'm having a stroke unless it's always like this. And he's like, you're crazy. I don't know what you're talking about.
We should actually go back and watch our first episode. I'm sure we'd be so shocked at like the growth and just how like far we've come. First of all, Ashley used to wear her microphone up here.
Yeah.
Like she was so shy. Like in the video, I'm like, no,
It was
honestly,
like that.
yeah, it was literally like that in the first one, and then it's, like, slowly come down, but I think I was watching, like, a memory came up of, like, one of my
Mhm.
really old videos. I'm like, "Oh my god," like, 1, I'm talking so slow, 2, I'm, like, stuttering, 3, I'm like
Mhm.
I was like and, like, at that time, I thought I was, like, really killing it, and then you look back and you're like, "Ooh, this needed some work." Like
Hey, you learn as you go. I think back to
True.
everything we have learned over the last year. Like when we first started, I mean, I could look at some of the things we were trying to, like, we didn't know anything about it. And now we know how to edit, post, still don't know how to do timestamps. We'll figure that out one day. But one day we'll make enough money to pay someone. But for now, it's just a two-man operation and we're just having fun. But still, we've come a long way. So even another
Such a
year from
long way.
now, like I was
Yeah.
telling you,
This is
everyone's
episode number
212, I think. So we've been
212 episodes in
yeah.
1 year is crazy.
Yeah, we've learned so much, and every day we learn something new. So one day, timestamps will be one of those things. So it's probably
Yeah,
so simple. There's probably a
it's so
button or
simple.
something, but
Yeah, it's probably so simple.
I think the problem is that we record so much, right? So by the time we record and then edit and then post, it's like any extra stuff on top of that is a lot. And that's why people do hire someone. So we will do that eventually. But for now, it's kind of nice just having the two of us so we don't have to deal with anyone else or wait for anything. We just can get all of this out as fast as we can, which I love.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I'm
yeah, it's
impatient. So
perfect. It's perfect. It's been so much fun.
yes. Well, should we get into what everyone is here for? The Kyle Cook of it all.
I'm ready.
I should ask you what you know so far, but I feel like it's pretty basic. Just whatever's in the news right now, right? Like the
Yeah,
divorce.
literally, I just know that he's on Summer House. He's
Mhm.
the DJ whose after party we didn't go to at
Yes.
BravoCon,
We messed up.
and we messed
We
up, and he's been married, and he's kind of like a fuckboy,
yeah,
and him
allegedly.
and his wife have been together for a long time, and that people
Yes.
have been seeing kind of issues within their relationship
Mhm.
throughout the seasons, and it's now all coming to a head.
It's basically the only plot point of every season of Summer House, and so this is crazy because they've been together the whole time, right? And so now they're actually splitting up. So I mean, I was already interested to watch the season, but now I'm super interested. I don't know how much we'll see on Summer House because they do have the spinoff in the city coming, which I don't know if you remember, but when we were at BravoCon, Kyle said they had literally just finished filming the finale that day, the day they got to BravoCon.
Oh, wow.
So it seems like In the City picks up right after Summer House finishes, usually at like Labor Day, and then
Uh,
In the City goes to BravoCon. So when they were at BravoCon, they played happy couple, nothing wrong, and so it's going to be really weird to see what was actually happening. And I mean, they're doing their jobs, right? They're lying to us for months because they know the payoff is going to be big on the show, and we get to see it all go down. But what do you think about that? Like using your divorce, basically. If I mean, they've had their whole relationship on the show, so it's like it's not that we're owed this, but
we
it,
are.
no.
We are, we are, like, you know what I mean? Like, we are,
Mhm.
like, it's like and that's what irritates me with celebrities is, like, you can't, like, monetize off your entire life and your entire story and then be like, "I
Mhm.
want privacy." Like, "Okay,
Yeah.
well, 10 years ago when you were not a big reality star, you didn't want no motherfucking privacy, so don't ask for no motherfucking privacy now."
Yeah.
Like, so I think it's like Scandival all over again. Obviously, I don't know what the details are regarding the divorce and
Mhm.
if there was infidelity involved. I'm going to take my best guess and say yes, based because I did see some clips of like Kyle Cook over the years, all of the
Yeah.
lying and cheating he was doing
Uh-huh.
before they even got married. So I think in the
Yeah.
grand scheme of things, you owe us this, and it's genius of you to use this to promote your new season because it's gonna get people to watch.
Yeah, and I mean, they did say something about privacy in their joint statement, but I don't genuinely think they want privacy. They have a
Mm-mm.
spin-off show coming, right? Like a brand new show, which is always nerve-wracking. Is it going to do as well as Summer House? So they're smart enough to know that this is not something that we're owed, but if they want their new show to be successful, this is an amazing way to start it off. And I do think that they've been separated for a long time, like potentially even before last summer or even like longer than that. And
Mm.
I think they've just been waiting for the right time because obviously Scandival happened and that took up a year or two and they saw what that did for Vanderpump Rules. And it's not that the divorce isn't real, I think it is, but I think they've known this wasn't going to work out for a long time and they were just trying to figure out together like what's the best way, what's the best time to announce it that's going to have like maximum impact, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right before
because
their season airs.
yeah.
Perfect timing.
And they seem to be in, like, really good like, they're very what's the word I'm thinking of?
Amicable?
Yes, amicable, thank
Okay,
you.
we
They're
don't want amicable.
no,
Like, I
I
need
know.
mess. Like, I need mess. Like, if you guys are setting this divorce up to be like this massive deal, I'm expecting to see panties under the pillow. Like, I'm expecting to see, like,
Yeah.
really let him have it. Like, I need the nitty gritty. Like, no Matt and Colleen bullshit where it's like we go on a podcast and say, oh, everything's great. We still talk all the time. It just didn't work out. There's no singular reason why this didn't work out. No, I need the nitty gritty details. I want to know every night he didn't come home. I want to know how many numbers you found in his phone. I want to know
Mhm.
how many people you
Yeah.
caught him with. I want to know it all.
Well, he somebody caught him on the street today. It was very strange. Like, I don't know if he's just this nice, but someone caught him on the street. The Adam Glynn is the guy's name, and he just gave, like, a little interview on the street, like, just walking and talking and, like, giving this guy the tea,
What'd he say?
and
Anything good?
he said basically don't expect to see any fighting and that they'll be doing press for Summer House together and that they're super cordial and there's no bad blood and no bad feelings. And that's where I
Yawn.
think I know.
Yawn.
That's where I think this has happened a long time ago in that part where they were like angry with each other or whatever. They've done that part, and now either that or they're like, "I actually hate you, but I want our show to succeed, and so I don't wanna be weird, like, let's just be able to do press together, be in the same room together, because if we can't, the show will suffer." So it's
Mm.
one or the other for that. I don't know which one, but I can't imagine either that or it's because neither of them is with someone new yet, and that's usually when the bad blood starts, right?
Has the preview for the upcoming season of Summer House dropped yet?
They did drop one. They dropped one
Okay.
back in December maybe when they announced the season, and so that's when this whole thing not to get ahead of my 'cause I'm gonna give you the whole story, but that's when the clip of Amanda saying he fell asleep at some fan's house, that was in the trailer, and so that was
Mm.
before they announced the separation, which is
Mm.
shocking.
Mhm.
So people knew, but the sad part is that stuff happens every season. So no one necessarily thought that means they're going to split up this time. Like that is just par for the course with them. So we saw
Mm.
that in the trailer. We knew that they were going to be fighting again, but not necessarily that they were separated. And I know we had our live reaction to finding out they separated and I looked shocked, which I'm not shocked that they separated. I think we all knew that was coming, but the fact that it's like official now, right? Like this
Yeah.
statement is out, it's
Yeah.
happening. We've all been like expecting it for years, but it was like just seeing that the actual post happened, that's the like surprising part. Like this is really
Yeah.
going down. So,
I remember at BravoCon we saw her and you said at BravoCon, you're like, she's married to Kyle, but I feel like they're gonna get divorced any minute now. I feel like they're
yeah.
not actually together. And you're
Yeah, and they
just
weren't
so right about these kind of things.
well,
You really have a gift.
this one, I think, like, anyone could see this. This was, like, very obvious. So that one I can't really take credit for. But also, on the other hand, like, she's put up with so much from him that it's shocking that she finally did have enough. So it was surprising that that she finally did it. She finally ended it, and also not surprising because it's like, who else would put up with this? So it was a long time coming, but still surprising. So
Yeah, and I think that's where men go wrong, right? Is like if they what's the saying? Like if you put up with anything, they'll put you through everything,
oh,
and
I've never heard that, but that's
you
good.
never. Yeah, yeah, I heard it on TikTok. But they, and they think that you're never gonna have a breaking point, and it's like, "Well, I've
Mm,
already done this, and I've already done this," or it might be something similar to what you've always done in the past. It may have been that one time you not coming home after you've done it 100 times to where she's just like, "I don't wanna deal with this anymore," and
mhm,
women really will wake up one day and be like,
mhm.
"It's done. I'm
Yeah.
done. It's over," and, like, they'll never look back.
Yeah, and I do think him starting this whole DJ career was the nail in the coffin for sure. Because 'cause I'm sure she was holding on to this hope that 'cause he's 44 almost. So, I think she was like when they got married, he was, almost 40, and so I think she was like, "Okay, we're having fun, we're partying, but eventually he's gonna turn a corner and want these to have children and settle down," and I think once he started DJing, that's never happening. He's gonna be
Never
at
have.
60 out at the club, and that's just who he is at the core, right? It's not
Yep.
about, like, having a partying phase. His life is a partying phase, so and she knew that from day one, so let
It's kinda crazy though, because I guess it's like it's not crazy to think that somebody's gonna grow out of that, right? Like, it's
mhm,
not crazy to think like, "Oh, he's partying now
yeah,
in his 20s and 30s," but, like, he will eventually grow out of that, but girl, sometimes they don't. Oh my
no.
god. Them's the ones that you got to just leave in the street. I know some 45-year-old men that still be in the clubs, still be in the bars. Oh my god, it gives
Wow.
me the ick so bad, like, watching them take a bottle service, when the bottles come out, like, okay, yeah, you could pay for them now because you got a bag, but it's still like so cringe to see
Mhm.
a grown ass man like out at the club and the bars every single night. Like,
Yeah, that's the thing. I think, like, once in a while is fine. We all like, everybody goes out once in a while, but you gotta have balance, and when you
yeah.
make that your career so he's on a tour right now called Let Him Cook, and it's from,
Mm,
like, start of January to end of March, like, all over the country. He's been in the little random towns in Canada, at the little clubs. I did see actually kind of a sad video on TikTok that said, like, he was DJing in a club. Now, this is somebody's opinion that was there, so take it with a grain of salt, but they said
mm.
most of the kids on the dance floor were Gen Z. They had no idea who he was. They were Googling him on the dance floor, like looking up his name, like, who is this guy? And the music wasn't great. And so I'm sure there was people there that were obsessed to see him and very happy. But also when you're in a club, it's maybe not necessarily the summer house age, right? You should go to
Yeah, and that's
a
very
lunch
intr
spot.
I don't know where he should go. Maybe he should go to Black Angus. I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, for you to start your DJ career at 44, like
Yeah,
that's not who's in the club anymore.
no.
That's not who's
I'm
it's
saying
like
this, but I do go to the club and I'm getting up there, but I don't go I go
you
maybe
go
once
to the club for a special occasion every blue moon. You know what I mean?
like
But for
like
you to be on
3
a
times
tour.
a year, I'll say, and I leave by midnight, so I don't know if I'm
And
in the
that don't
same
even count. Most of the time the DJ comes on at midnight, you know what I mean? So it's just like that's the wrong
Yeah, it's
it doesn't seem like a smart business move. Like, it doesn't seem like your audience is there. Like, it seems very
no.
much like, yeah, everybody's Gen Z. That
Mhm,
sounds about right. And they have no idea who you are.
mhm. And he
Embarrassing.
definitely just saw it as a loophole, he saw, like he saw I think James Kennedy was doing it and with Scandal really took off, and I think he just saw that as, like, yes, it's getting embarrassing that I wanna keep clubbing every night. That's a loophole, right? Now I get to go, but I'm surprised we haven't heard more stories of, like, what he's doing at the club, like, is he well, we do have this one story from the upcoming season, but yeah, is he, like, staying after, getting drinks with people, partying all night? Clearly he is sometimes, but I thought we'd
Yeah.
be hearing more, like, blind items lately of, like, he went
Yeah.
to this girl's house or that, but I guess
Yeah.
if maybe he's been on his best behavior, knowing this was coming and he didn't wanna ruin the announcement, but
I don't know because yeah, I mean, I'm interested to hear the intricacies of the deep dive
yes.
because I like yeah, like you said, like I would think that we would have got some tea spilled for sure. Like
Yeah.
somebody would have told on his ass.
Yeah, I am shocked, like, we did hear at BravoCon he had girls at the table, but I don't know if they were I didn't hear any, like, nothing scandalous, not that he was even flirting with anyone, so
Hmm.
either
Yeah.
people are keeping his secrets or he's just been on his best behavior, knowing that,
Yeah, or
like,
they're making maybe some people are making him sign NDA, like, he must be
maybe
making people sign NDAs.
he
There's no way,
probably just
I
has
just
one on
don't
his
believe
phone.
yeah, like, I just don't believe he's, like, being out here being faithful. Mm-mm. I just
No,
mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm.
no, and that's why I feel like he probably has, like, a whole girlfriend or something already. He's probably cheating on someone new, and Amanda's old news to him. I don't know, because it's weird that we're not seeing more, like, videos of him up to no good. Because there has been in the past, which we'll get to. Let's go all the way back to 1982
Oh.
when Kyle
When they're oh. Damn.
Kyle way back to the 1900s, the early 1900s, the late 1900s, when Kyle McGill Cook, that's his middle name, McGill, which
Oh,
as a Canadian, remember from Heated Rivalry? That's a school
mhm.
here. I don't know if anyone knows what I'm talking about, but his middle name is McGill. So we're going real deep on this deep dive. So
Okay, alright, let's get it.
August 4th, 1982, Kyle McGill Cook was born. Now, having a summer birthday is very helpful for the summer house because his birthday is a big event on the show every year.
Okay.
Same with Vanderpump Rules. You know, Stassi, Ariana, all their birthdays were in the summer.
I had no
Works
idea
out
that
great.
Stassi was on
Yes.
Summer House.
Well, let's get right into that.
We'll get there, but I seen a clip
Um,
and I was like, "Oh, Stassi, I know her."
Summer House premiered January 9th, 2017. And the way that it premiered was a crossover episode with Vanderpump Rules. So that's
I
where you're
seen that
seeing,
one.
yes,
I
that's the
seen
clips.
that one.
So that's when
Mm,
Stassi was there. That was the first episode. Or actually, no,
okay.
that wasn't, I don't think that was their first episode. That was a Vanderpump Rules episode where they went to
Yes,
the
I didn't
Hamptons,
see the Summer House version of it, but I saw the
the
Vanderpump
Vanderpump.
Pump
Yes,
version
so
of it. Yeah.
that's when we get introduced to Kyle because he tells Stassi she looks like Steve Jobs because she's wearing a turtleneck bathing suit. So,
Mm.
have you ever
Oh, I
seen
seen that. I seen
Yeah,
that. That was on the Vanderpump episode. I seen that. Yeah.
yes. Have you ever seen a turtleneck bathing suit besides that day?
No, that seems like I mean, unless you're, like, going surfing, I don't really see the need for a turtleneck bathing suit, or maybe if you're, like, doing hot springs, and it's
Yeah.
actually cold outside, but definitely seems
It's not something I could wear.
unnecessary and uncomfortable.
Well, I feel like you either need to have no boobies or fake ones because with the turtleneck, there's no support, right? It's unless it has like a built-in bra. I guess bathing suits kind of
Mm,
have to, right?
sometimes they do, but it just seems like a very unnecessary purchase, you know?
Yeah. But Stassi loves her fashion, so that's just the type of bathing suit she would be wearing. But yeah, that's how we were introduced to Kyle. He commented on her Steve Jobs looking bathing suit. So basically, Amanda wasn't originally a cast member of Summer House. Kyle broke up with Amanda right before season 1 started filming. They were dating for, I don't know, like 6 months or something. They started dating in 2015. It filmed in the summer of 2016. He broke up with Amanda because he was going to be on the show. He wanted to, be the single, like, playboy. And
Mm.
then as the season started filming, he started calling her for, like, booty calls.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Alright.
Mhm.
Alright.
So she
So this
started
started off as a red flag.
big time. Well, it gets
Okay.
worse. Well, it
Okay,
gets
alright.
so much worse, but
I
even in
mean,
the
breaking up with her because you knew you were going on this show is alright. Okay,
because he
yeah.
wanted to have a playboy summer, and so it's important to remember at this point he was, like, 35, right? He's not 22. So, yeah.
That's a grown
So
man. That's a grown-ass man. I thought you were gonna say he was 22.
yes.
Jesus. Okay.
So, I actually saw something that and this I guess this is accurate. Kyle it's been debated, like, is Kyle did he come up with the idea? He says yes, I think. Other people say no. He was kind of put as like the main character because he knew everybody on the first season. But so he apparently told the executives, you don't want young people because it's not realistic. Young people can't afford to party all summer in the Hamptons and like get a house. It is the 30 and up crowd. So, which I don't know. I feel like I see a lot of young people got money out there, right? Like their parents got money. So I
Mhm.
think
Mhm.
he just was saying that because he was old. So it
Yeah.
worked, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a line. Okay, but whatever.
And
I personally enjoy seeing like 30 plus people, but
yeah, I
you
agree.
know.
And it gave them better problem, well, not better problems, but like we're having this problem with Vanderpump Rules where it is just like young people hooking up and the stakes are very low, right? Whereas when you get into shows like The Valley and with even Summer House, you get engagements, marriages, like babies, and there's more things for us to watch besides just like I hooked up with this girl we don't know. So and there
Yeah.
was still a lot of that too. So it gives you both. But
Yeah. Okay.
so yes, he broke up with Amanda, then she started popping up first season as his hookup, but he was also hooking up with other girls too on the
Okay.
show. So
Like other people in the house, in the
no,
home,
it's
or
like
just like
random from the club
randoms?
because he
Okay.
loves
All
the
right.
club.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's this scene, they're in, like, the hot tub or something where Amanda's like, "I don't want to date you, I don't wanna marry you, like, just don't fuck me over." Like, she knew he didn't wanna be in a relationship with her, but she was willing to take what she could get from him, and she told him that.
Mm.
And so
Mm.
yeah. So,
Oh, that
I
doesn't
it
sound
started
very
off
good.
rocky. Yeah. But if she was okay with that and that's what they had both agreed upon, that's fine. I think she was upset at the end of the season and finding out he had hooked up with all these other girls. So then they decided to be exclusive. Even though he was giving all the signs of a man who was not ready to be exclusive, but I guess he thought he had gotten it out of his system that summer.
Mm.
That wasn't long enough for him, apparently. So
Yeah.
he needed
Okay.
more.
So they start off as a hookup. She starts off
Yeah.
as, well, they start out actually dating. And then
Yes.
he breaks up with her and she
Yes.
goes from dating and then she goes down to a booty call. So she's
Yes.
already got a
She
demotion.
got
Okay.
demoted,
She
and then
got
she worked
demoted.
her way back up.
Okay, so she gets demoted.
Mhm.
And in her demotion, she's just like, I'll just take what I could get. Meaning, like, if all I'm getting is booty call, then I'm just gonna take that because I'm just like so like obsessed with this man and desperate for love that I'm just gonna deal with whatever he gives
Well,
me.
I think she did that thing that us girls do sometimes where it was like, he broke up with her, but she's like, "If we just keep hooking up, he'll eventually fall in love with me and make me his girlfriend." And
Oh,
it worked.
it worked.
It worked,
It
so
did. It did work. Now, if you're out there listening, this is not your sign to
no,
call that man. This is not your sign that maybe he will, make me his girlfriend.
no.
So if you're doing that right now, stop that now, okay?
And you will end up divorced 10 years later, so
Yes, let this
don't
be a
just cut
lesson
it
to you.
now.
Just cut it
Yeah.
now. Pay attention to the flags. Don't ignore them. Anywho, okay. So
Mm,
now we
so
went from booty call back to girlfriend.
back to girlfriend. She got not demoted, promoted again at the end. So
Mhm,
then they went to Greece for a month, posting each other. All was well. Season 3 of Summer House, that's when Paige and Hannah from the Giggly Squad, they appeared because they weren't in the first 2 seasons. They
mhm,
came in season 3, and there's a huge cheating scandal. Amanda and Kyle, of course. And
mhm,
so Amanda, they hear that Kyle, there's this rumor going around that he made out with someone. He denied it to her, and then he finally said, like, "I blacked out, so I'm not sure what happened." And
mm,
then later on, he eventually admits that he went on a boys' trip, woke up, and there was a girl there, and he
mm.
doesn't remember. But
Oh, how convenient. Okay.
so it's
There was a
it
girl in his bed. Like he woke up and there was a girl in his bed.
mm. And
Okay.
so knowing that, and knowing that you married this girl and 7 years later you're going to be a DJ in a club, and she has said on the show many times, like, "You're drinking and you're going out is triggering for me because you black out, and I don't know what happens." And for the next 7 years, he continues to do this to her, and then kept being like, "Well, I work so hard all year, it's just the summertime." And I think
Mm,
she believed that for a while, and then when this DJ thing started, it was like, "So this is my life forever." So
yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. So this was season
but
three. So at season three, how long have they been officially together?
officially together for 2 years. Now here is where I think everything went wrong,
Okay.
because this cheating thing happened, and
Okay.
4 weeks later, he proposed.
Oh, bitch bye. No, the answer is no. The answer is no. You're only proposing to me because I caught you cheating.
Yes, and so I don't think that Kyle wanted to get married. He just didn't wanna lose
Oh.
Amanda, And I think
Okay. Was
he
she on the verge of dumping him for this cheating?
it didn't ever appear that way, but she was devastated, and I don't know what kind of conversations went on behind the scenes. I'm sure she was considering it, and I'm sure the proposal was a Band-Aid. It was "I'm making this commitment to you. I did make a mistake, but now, look, we're gonna get married, and I'm not gonna do that anymore." So and
Mm.
then the biggest problem of all is that the engagement obviously had to be kept a secret because it was a plot for the show, and
Uh-huh.
so they didn't announce the engagement to the public until after we all found out about the cheating, right? So it's like if we had all known about the cheating, we would have told her, "Don't marry this man," right? "Don't get
Yeah.
engaged to this guy." They were already engaged for like 8 months by the time the show aired. So it's too late. She was already engaged in it. We couldn't warn
Well, it's
her. We
not
couldn't
too
stop her.
late. It's not too late because you're not married, right? Like
It's
people
true.
confuse an engagement and a marriage. You can
Hmm.
break off an engagement.
Yeah, this is very
So,
true. Yeah. So I think that is really where everything went wrong, right? Because I think she should have realized at least like you said, though, they were engaged. They ended up being engaged for 3 years. So there was a lot of time to change your mind and not go through with it.
oh
But
my God,
then
why were they engaged for so long?
COVID. So then they had the wedding set for 2020 because they got
Uh,
engaged in 2018, which and then it aired in 2019. This must be so confusing for their lives to know like everything happens, but then it airs 8 months later. And you got to live it all again, and you're like living in a
Yeah.
weird timeline, right? Of
Yeah, for
that was
sure.
so long ago, but everyone's just finding out, so I got to
Everyone's
live it
so
again.
mad at this. Everyone's so mad at this, and I like got over
Mhm.
it a year ago. Yeah.
And the cheating aside, the differences in their personalities were just so apparent every season. Like, have you ever seen that quote or Kyle say, "Summer should be fun. Amanda, not fun." That's what he says to her because he's of course wanting to still go out and black out. He's always out drinking, and she would call him. He doesn't answer, sends it to the voicemail, doesn't come home. That continues on even though they're engaged, and
Okay.
so
See.
yeah, so we have to watch her be, like, tortured every summer, crying. So one time she threw all
But
his stuff out the window.
oh my God, throw him out the
Yeah.
window. Like get rid of this guy. Like I don't understand
Mhm.
why women will see red flags, red flags, red flags, and will still just be like, "Oh, this is for me. This
Mhm.
is good. This is gonna."
I know.
That's crazy.
And
I would be devastated if my partner said that I wasn't fun. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Or like when they start referring to you as the old ball and chain, or
yeah.
like they're just miserable to be with you. Like marriage and
Mhm.
partnership is supposed to be fun. Like you're
Yeah.
supposed to actually like your partner, want to be around them. So if you're passing out at bars all night, all the time,
Mhm.
you really don't fucking like me. Like you don't want to
No.
be around me. You're trying to escape something, you know?
Yeah, I feel like we just watched him be torn. He wanted his cake and to eat it too, right? He did, I think, genuinely love Amanda and love that relationship, but he wanted to be this other person too, the guy out at the clubs, and he was trying so hard to be both. And sadly, I think that is why Amanda was there for he was with Amanda for so long because she would deal with it, even though they would fight and stuff, but, like, she was still there, right? And so, I don't know if he necessarily wanted to be with her so long, but because he could do all this stuff and she wouldn't end it, so it was kinda like,
Yeah,
"Okay,
got the
I'll
best
just
of
keep
both
partying."
worlds, yeah.
Yeah, and, there's a scene with Kyle's mom where she's talking about because they both tell their parents that he cheated, so that's awkward. Obviously, her parents are not, like, a big fan of him or didn't seem like it for a bit, but then they got married and it was fine. But his mom was talking about when his dad proposed to her. And she's
Mhm.
like, okay, I'll try to be faithful. And he was like, no, if we're getting engaged, you have to be. And she's like, all
He
right.
said that? He said, "I'll try to be faithful"?
No, Kyle's
Oh.
mom said that to his dad. And his mom and him were like twins. They look the same, so they clearly
Ugh.
have the same mindset. And so, yeah, she said this on camera. She's like, "He proposed," and I was like, "I'll do my best to be faithful." And he's like, "No," and she was like, "Okay, fine, I will be." But it's like
Oh my god,
she
oh,
didn't want to
I
be.
she cheated. Oh, I bet she cheated. I just know she did. I just know she did. I did see a scene that was, like, pretty diabolical where he was like, I haven't for my first of all, bitch, I done found out that you maybe kinda sorta almost cheated, and you talk about, "I haven't talked to a girl in, 3 months, like, I haven't hit on any girls in months," and she's like, "Bitch, we've been together for 3 years. What are
Yeah.
you talking about? You haven't hit on a girl or tried to
Yeah,
get at a girl for months."
I know.
Like, and
It's
then you still married him. You married somebody who thought that they should get flowers for not flirting or hitting on a girl for
mhm,
months when y'all have been together for years, which means so all them other months, what the hell were you doing? You're going out, you're flirting with girls, you're hitting on them.
mhm. No,
Oh
if
my
you
god. Some people are just serial cheaters and you just have to
mhm.
let them be that.
If you watched all the seasons, you would have been throwing stuff at your TV because there's a scene where she's like, "Well, I don't remember the last present you got me," and he doesn't give presents to her, and, like, you're just like, "Why are you with him?" It just
What do
makes
you
no
give
sense.
her? Yeah, what do you give her?
And then, like, there's another season where he calls her lazy because she has, like, a regular job, and then they have this lover boy company, which we'll get into,
Uh-huh.
and she, like, works all day, and then he wants her to come home and work on the lover boy, and she's like, "Well," and
What
she's
does
not even
he do?
in it.
What does he do for money? What does he do?
The company, the
That no,
drinks.
that's it? No, what
Yeah,
else do you do? How do you make money?
so
Because
that's
if
it.
you're doing all this, you're not even, like, rich and, like, paying all the bills? Like, so
Yeah.
you broke okay, let me get this right. You're broke, you're old,
Mhm.
you have a drinking problem because you drink to the point where you black out,
Yes.
you're unfaithful,
Mhm. See, I feel like he
these are all bad, very bad signs.
yeah, I know, I feel
Yeah.
like he could have probably gone sober, had kids with Amanda. I don't know what's gonna happen in the next few years, but I feel like she'll meet someone else, have kids, and that might be when he finally realizes he messed up, or he's gonna be Maurizio out on the ski slopes with 20-year-olds, champagne all over our naked bodies. So
I
I don't know.
think that's the life for him.
I think so too. I think sadly that's a lot of what this is. He's seeing all the other divorces, and these guys go on to have these young women and have a good time, and I just think him and Amanda are not compatible. Like I said, the cheating aside, not that that would be fine, but it's like if they were having this wonderful marriage and, it seemed like best friends and really aligned on lifestyles, but this mistake happened. Okay, but she literally we watch her light fade all these seasons to the point where and I'm not blaming Kyle for it, but she ends up saying she has depression, she can't leave the house, she doesn't want kids because of her depression, or like she's not sure how she could manage the two. Like, it's really bad, and of course, that might just not be something he's causing, but it's hard to not feel like he's contributing because,
100%.
yeah, the way that she has to be, like, triggered every day. He's out every night now, so
Yeah, yeah, and it's just like I feel like their lifestyles weren't compatible before they got married, and
yeah.
so it's
Yeah,
an
back when
important
she was
lesson to take away from it. It's like if you're not compatible, you don't have to get married, you know?
no. She was 24 and he was 35 when they met, so it's like yeah, I think
Oh
mentally
god.
they aligned at that point, and sadly, she has overshot
Grown
yeah.
up.
Yes,
Yeah,
she's
she's
still at
grown up.
24.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, back to the timeline.
Okay.
So they got married so they got engaged. No cheating scandals after that, thankfully, because of COVID. So there were no
Mm,
bars open. So he kept it
mm.
in his pants for 2 or 3 years. They
Okay.
finally made it to the wedding. We were all shocked. Never saw that coming. They had a date in 2021. It ended up getting pushed to 20, or they had it in 2020. It got pushed to 2021. They got married in her parents' backyard. So at first I was like, that's giving broke too, right? A
Yeah.
backyard wedding.
Yeah. Unless it's like a beautiful, beautiful backyard.
It was nice, but I'm also like, I feel like when you're a big celebrity with a lot of money, you just have these like fancy wedding venues in the Hamptons or something, right?
Mm,
But then I saw they picked the backyard because of the COVID, and like every time they would set a date at a place, then that place would say we can't do it anymore because of restrictions. So then it
mm,
all made sense. So it might not be that broke. So they got
okay.
married in her parents' backyard in Hillsborough, New Jersey. It aired on the season finale of season 6 on May
Okay.
2nd,
Oh, my
2022.
birthday, my birthday.
May 2nd? Wait,
Yeah.
I knew that. For some reason, I thought it was May 4th, but that's Star Wars Day. May the
That's
4th.
Star Wars Day.
Yes, you're right
That's what I
before that.
said.
The Taurus to my Capricorn. That's
Yes.
She
Power dynamic, apparently. That's what the streets are saying, but
I sent her a funny video yesterday that was talking about when a Taurus and Capricorn are like partners. I think they meant life partners, not
yeah, but it literally everything that they said, like, it was like,
yeah.
"Yeah, this is
Yeah, because
this is
it
us."
says, like, their calendar is, like, full of different rainbow colors, and they'll be like, "You said 7:05. No, you said 7." Well, we don't fight, but if we ever have a slight argument, it's only about scheduling or trying to figure out our life, so just boring ass earth signs for you, that's us, so no, we're not boring. We're not boring, so but, yeah, so they had production there because it was filmed for the show, so they made all the cameramen wear suits. I thought that
Okay,
was a funny little detail. They said, "We waited 1,120 days for this, so party accordingly." That's signs they put all over the wedding. So they were engaged for 1,120 days,
okay,
which is what, over 3 years? Yeah.
yeah.
And they had Carl officiate it. I don't even know if you know who Carl is. You'll find out when we watch Summer House. That's a whole other we could do a whole deep dive on Carl and Lindsay, so,
Okay,
that'll be for another day, but that's a whole
okay,
other thing. And
okay.
Craig, you know the one guy you thought was handsome at BravoCon?
I remember him, yeah, mhm.
He was with Paige, who was on Summer House. He made an ass of himself at this wedding, so that's a whole other rumor, but he was super drunk and apparently allegedly doing more things than drinking, and they had
Oh,
said you can't go in her parents' house to use the bathroom, obviously, because like, a whole wedding, and he would
mhm,
ignored that, went in the house,
mhm.
belligerent, when Paige asked him to apologize to Amanda's parents the next day, and he refused, so yeah, that
Oh, okay, rude,
a
okay,
little side story for you, so
okay, alright.
yeah, so actually, apparently Amanda's parents made Kyle sign a wedding contract that
Mm,
said if he cheats or if they get divorced, he has to pay them back for the wedding. So I guess they
oh.
paid for the wedding? That surprises me.
Yeah, I mean, people still do that to where the bride's parents pay for the wedding. Like, traditionally,
Mhm.
I think that's what it's supposed to be, but nobody does that anymore,
No,
right?
especially if your kids are on, like, a massive TV show. Be like, pay
Right.
for your own damn wedding, right?
Pay for your own fucking wedding.
Maybe but maybe they like, I don't know really the financials of these reality show people because I feel like when Tom and Ariana split up, we found out that nobody has money over in Vanderpump Rules, so I don't know about everybody else, so
Ariana got money now. She got money now.
true. She's doing just fine, so
She's
hopefully
doing just
that's why
fine.
everyone's so excited for Amanda because she has dealt with all of this, but then I do feel like she gets a little bit of the Britney treatment where it's kinda like, "This was who he was when you married him." It's not quite to the level of Tom Sandoval because I feel like he was really fake to Ariana. He would always say he wanted to have kids, he wanted to get married. He had cheated in the past, but not with Ariana, like
Not
so
on her, right?
no. And
Or
so I feel like
once that ended up coming out later.
the Miami girl thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do feel like there's a level of betrayal
Mhm.
there, and then that betrayal being like, obviously, if it came out that Kyle cheated with, like, one of Amanda's close friends, then
Yeah,
I think she would get the Ariana treatment, but
true. We need a scandal like
we
that.
need a
I mean, I don't want
scandal, we
her
need
to
a
go through that,
scandal.
so
Yeah, it doesn't appear that there's a scandal attached to the divorce
no,
yet.
we'll see
Okay.
though. Yeah,
Yeah,
so the next so they got married in 2021 September. The next cheating scandal that Kyle had was in 2023,
okay.
which wasn't it was just a blind item that was sent into Dumois. So at the time they explained it away. I think he was fighting with Carl cuz Carl was working for him and he had accused Carl of using drugs and all kinds of crazy things. So
Okay.
they kind of wrote it off as like it was such convenient timing that this ended up in the press when we were fighting with Carl and that it wasn't true. But
So he thinks
obvious
that Carl leaked it to
yeah,
Dumois?
that he
Okay.
mhm. But it's like this sounds like something that Kyle would do, so I don't really I'll read you what the blind item said. So it said, so the subject line was The Traitor. Should mention Kyle was on the first season of The Traitors before it blew up
Okay.
because first season of The Traitors they did half like reality stars and then half regular people.
Oh, okay.
So no one watched that one. I don't know why, or maybe people did, but we weren't talking about it. So I know he went home with like episode 5, but
Okay.
couldn't tell you who else was on it. Season 2 was when it completely blew up. So he
Okay.
just missed the boat on that one.
Just
So
missed it. That's just like
I
Love Island, right?
yeah, trying
Everyone
to
on
figure
season
out
5 are probably like, "What the fuck?"
exactly. I can't remember why it blew up so big in season 2. Who was on it? That wasn't the one that Tom Sandoval was on. No, that was season 3. I can't remember, but either way, it
Yeah.
became a massive show, season 2, whereas season 1 didn't really get talked about.
Okay.
So the subject line is The Traitor, and it said, as we all witness the fallout from the mess that is Scandival, a Bravo couple on the opposite coast will soon find themselves in a very similar mess. He will be exposed for another mistake. Will she be able to forgive and forget this one? So it was very clearly about Kyle and Amanda, the traitor thing, the other coast. So
Okay.
yeah, so they denied it.
So
So
they both
nothing.
denied it. They both denied
They
it. They both said there's no validity to this rumor.
they both said there's no validity, didn't happen. It was somebody on the cast.
Okay.
So then there's more.
Okay, come on. We're in 2023. I'm
That was
like, what led
2023.
okay, yeah, what led up to this
So then we go
duel?
to 2024, just one short year later. And now this one has receipts. This
Oh
one
shit.
has a
Okay.
video.
Oh
So
shit. Oh, don't get more receipty than that, but okay, come on.
so Kyle's DJing at a Charleston bar called Lamar's. That's Leva that's on Southern Charm, another show. It's her bar. He's DJing there. Someone catches a video of him at 1 o'clock in the morning in a corner with a girl, like rubbing shoulders, close face, like
Mm,
not even like kissing, like almost worse. You know what I mean? Like
mm.
very comforting and
Caressing.
caressing.
It's like
Yes.
somebody like he was comfortable with, like he had a
Mm,
level of comfort with.
yes. And
Okay.
so there was a whole video of that, and they never really address it, and so this is where I kind of feel like this is where they kind of started to separate. I don't know how she could see that video, know his history, and just be like, "Sure, keep going DJing at the bar every night." Like, that's insane, right? So either she just
Yeah.
didn't give a shit by then, or behind the scenes they were, because if they break up, this show is their livelihood, right? And
Yeah.
that's what Ariana and Tom were accused of, that they were really not together, but the show was their life and they had to fake it. And so
Yeah.
that's, I kind of feel like they started to separate then, but they needed to figure out an exit plan. They gave a play by play. So let me read that. Okay, it says, oh, the person says, I have video. Kyle was making out basically like all over this one female. Who says that? Must have been a man. This one female in the corner. He was blasted. He said, where did y'all go last night? Did you do anything fun? And I said, oh, Lamar's. Oh, so the next, whoever this is, the next day when someone asked him, he pretended he didn't go to that bar. He wouldn't say he was at that bar, even though he
Mm.
was like DJing at it. So that's a red flag, right?
Bitch, please.
Yeah, the account that has it is Face Reality, so but obviously it'll be back in 2024, but the video is there. It just wouldn't let me pull it up. When I press play, it's not playing. But I've seen it, and there's no making out in the video, but there is like you would have
Canoodling.
canoodling, and like you just kissed or you're about to kiss, that kind of canoodling. Definitely not like any sort of friendship one. So
Okay.
yeah, the fact that they never even address that on the show or anything. Like
Okay.
it's just kept under wraps. And that's what makes me feel like they started to break up then, but the season was already filmed, right? And they don't want to separate and divorce then because it's not going to be filmed for until 2025 summer. So I think they
Yeah.
waited for the fallout for that. And so
Okay.
if that makes any sense. Because when
Yeah.
this happened in 2024, they've already filmed, so they have to be
Right. Right.
strategic with all
Unless
these
they're
things.
gonna like pick cameras back up like they did with Scandival.
Yes. Uh-huh,
Right.
which they should do, so but
Yeah.
yeah, I think honestly when that happened, I think that's when this new show came up, and I think that's probably when they talked to producers and were like, we're done. So how do you want to capture this? And I'm sure that's when they were like, we'll do your own show. So like just get through the summer and then we'll do the separation on your own show. Cause you need something for their own show. Cause everybody wanted them to get a spinoff. Lindsay has a baby now. the Hamptons just doesn't make sense anymore. So this gives a storyline. But that's gonna be weird. Like, are they just gonna be single, both of them, on the same
So
show? And
who's
then
on the new spinoff? Who's all
so
on the
far
spinoff?
it's Kyle, Amanda, and Lindsay are the only confirmed people. So
Oh, so it's like
yeah.
their show.
Yeah.
So is their show gonna cover the breakup, or is Summer House gonna cover the breakup?
I think it'll be their show because I think they're trying to get longevity into Summer House, like with Vanderpump. And so they have about 5 or 6 new people coming this summer. And so
Mm,
they know if they have Summer House is all about Lindsay and or Amanda and Kyle's breakup, and then there's no other storyline, then what? Then the show kind of just ends, like what happened to
yeah,
Vanderpump, right? It was like
yeah.
horrible. So I think they know, let's have this summer be about these new people, these younger people having fun. You're kind of fighting on the side, and then at the end of the season, this big revelation of the separation, and then the cameras go to the new show so that it's not
Okay.
tainting Summer House, and that could stay fun and the new cast, and they can
Yeah, kind of
that's just
like
my
yeah,
guess.
Vanderpump in the Valley.
Yes,
Right, like everybody
exactly.
just moved on over there, and now we see their drama unfold in
Yeah.
the valley, and Vanderpump's its own new
Yes,
little
I
thing.
think I think they learned from Vanderpump's mistakes, and they're trying to do it better. So they're not like letting the original cast completely implode and then bringing in new people. They're sort of trying to like seamlessly integrate the new with the old, and then the old
And
just
then
kind of goes
fizzle
to the
out.
new one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. So during their engagement and
Mhm.
their marriage,
Yes.
what were some of the constant fights that we were seeing displayed on the show?
It was mostly him still going out and blacking out and partying. She
Mm.
wanted to move to New Jersey and get a house and a yard and settle down and have kids. And he would kind of bring up the fact of like, you're not really handling they have dogs and stuff, right? And he's like, "You can't really handle this." Not like can't handle it, but, you have a hard time, like she said, what she has depression and having a hard time managing yourself and the dogs, like, I don't he would kinda throw it back on her, right? Like, "I'm ready, but you don't seem ready." And so they would kind of fight over, like, "No, you don't seem ready."
How
So,
often was he going out to the bars and partying every night and blacking out?
they're only there on the weekends in the summer. And so that's how he would kind of play it off, right? Like, this is not a, Monday to Friday, it's every Saturday. We have to party for this job. That I think I could get over. I think when the DJ started, and I
Mm.
just don't see any way. That's why I feel like they separated in 2024 because I don't see any way that he would like she didn't give her blessing on that. So he's either the biggest dick in the world to be like, I don't care what my own wife thinks, I'm doing it, or they were done. I can't imagine he would be that horrible,
Or
but maybe
I
he
mean, it
is.
definitely seems like it's probably, like you said, that was the last straw. And it was
Yeah.
kind of like, if you like, this has been a constant issue in our relationship all of these years. And
Mhm.
if you choose to go into DJing, we're done. And
Yeah.
it's like he moved forward with it anyway. And that was like, okay, well, then we're
Yeah.
done.
And, like, I will say they've done trips and stuff together. So, either they're really good at putting on a facade or they aren't really done, but I it's just so hard to imagine that
They've been
uh,
on trips together since he's partaken in his
since that
DJ career.
2024 incident, yeah.
Mm. And when did he
But
announce his DJ career?
I think
On
he's
quote,
I think that's when it
end
started back in
quote.
2024. So, it's been, like, 2
Mm,
years now, but he's learning, but I I know Paige made some funny joke last season where she's like, "I'm just here to keep your girlfriend company while you pretend to be Diplo or something," and so, like, they all
mm.
roasted him, and there's actually another scene going around where Paige said to him, like, "Amanda is gonna leave you in 5 years if you keep this up," and so no one is surprised, but yeah, it's like, it's hard to believe you could really be in love with Amanda and you want this marriage, but you just couldn't not DJ, like, that's insane. You either didn't give a shit about her or were like, "I'm gonna do me, and if she's gonna stick around, great, but I'm
Cool.
not taking her
Uh,
into consideration."
that's probably what it was because he's been doing that for 10 years. So he
Yeah,
just
yeah,
never thought she'd leave.
so that's where we're at with Kyle and Amanda's relationship. It's a
Okay.
lot. It's
Okay.
been,
Yeah.
up and down, so yeah, no new cheating scandals yet, but, oh, this whole thing with he stayed at a fan's house. I mean, she does seem genuinely upset, so maybe they weren't fully separated, I don't know, but then the funniest part is someone posted a clip, the one where he's drinking the Truly at a fan's house, and the fan is, like, Snapchatting, like, "I can't believe he's still here," and she commented on that saying, "That's not even the night I'm talking about." So there were multiple nights where he has stayed at a fan's house or out all
Blacked
night.
out at a fan's house?
Mhm, and
Oh,
so,
goodness.
remember we've read this one on the pod already, but when that trailer came out and she said he was at a fan's house, he gave, like, a statement to people to tell us what really happened. "I didn't sleep at a fan's house. It was 5 a.m. and I fell asleep on the couch," and so that's different somehow. So, it was so silly. It
I
was
fucking hate men, because a man will look you in your eye and be like, "I didn't sleep at a fan's house. I fell asleep on the couch at a fan's house." Bitch, you
it
I
wasn't
don't give a
fair.
I don't give a fuck where you slept. Like,
Mm,
I slept till 5 a.m. and went home. That sounds like a sleepover to me, okay? Just because you
yeah.
didn't stay out till 10 a.m. and you only stayed out till 5 a.m., bitch, a night is a night. Overnight is a night. You fell asleep and you woke up in the morning time.
Yeah. So,
Semantics. Like, they
I
will
feel like
literally try and wiggle their way out on semantics.
I literally think he thinks because he left before 6 a.m., it doesn't count as, like, overnight. He's like, "That's
No,
still."
but and you made that up. You made that
Yeah,
rule up.
it's
So
crazy.
imagine you guys for freaking 7 years dealing with a husband, goes out every night, drinks all night, sometimes doesn't come home, spending the night at fans' houses, rumors of cheating here and there. Like,
Mhm. And the sad part is, like, as much as we're, like, laughing because it's so unbelievable, like, this has literally been her life for the last 10 years, so that's why everybody's like, "Thank God, free Amanda," like, we're so happy for her, and
yeah,
so I think it's, only gonna
she's,
be
oh,
upwards for
yeah,
her.
she's about to live her best life. She
Mhm.
is about to live her best life, and he gonna be sliding down a wall somewhere trying to beg for his bitch back.
Yeah, it's gonna
Yeah.
be hard for him because it's gonna be very easy for her to find a reasonable man who's not in the clubs every night, and I just hope that she wants that because it's so hard to believe that part of her wasn't into the way that Kyle was. You know, some of us are like, even though you know this guy's horrible, that's the only guy you want, and he's trash. But then the
Yeah,
good
but
guy,
but
she's like, "Man."
sometimes you get the ick,
Yeah.
at some point you get the ick, and the ick you can't come back from. So probably a man that's in the club that is still in the club at 45, it probably gives her the ick. She should just
Yeah.
go have some fun. She should actually hook up with some 20-year-olds, have some fun, and
Yeah.
then find a grown ass man that has a real ass job that makes some real ass money, because she's still hot and beautiful and like literally
She's
looks
still
super.
She's only, like, 34, like, she's so
Yeah, and
young,
she
so
looks much younger than that. So it's like,
mhm.
girl, you're
Well, in
entering your second phase of life. Go live your best life.
the potential scandal of it all is that a new cast member, he's been on 2 seasons now, Jesse Solomon, I mean, I personally don't find him that handsome, but he's very tall,
Mhm.
very charming, and he has always been hitting on Amanda, both in front of Kyle and publicly, and they, like,
Oh,
flirt in the comment sections, but we would always be like, "Oh, like, it's cute, Amanda's throwing him a bone," like, she's not actually interested, she's married, but now it's like, if her and Jesse Solomon hooked up, that would be explosive, and that
uh,
would make Kyle slide down the wall because he's
I would
about
love that
2
for
feet
her.
taller than
I would
Kyle, so
love that for her. Oh my God, you have to look up at us when we kiss.
yeah, so
Yes.
that'll be interesting to see what happens there, but obviously that's why they're trying to get the OGs off the show so that because what would happen if they stayed on Summer House and they're separated? They're gonna be both hooking up with the younger new cast members, and I mean, I would see that.
I think that's actually quite interesting. Actually, they're
Yeah,
onto
cancel the
something.
new show, do that.
Yeah, like,
We wanna
yeah,
see
that
that.
that might be, like, you're not gonna hook up with the friend group that you've been around for 10 years. So yeah, like incorporating new members for the
Mhm.
triflins to like hook up with. And then the new
Yeah.
cast members are gonna do it because they're trying to, make their mark. Oh, they need to hire us as
Yeah,
writers.
they do. We wanna see that. Well, that was all the spicy stuff. We get into the boring stuff about his business now. It's gonna be a real downer after all that, but like,
Let's rapid fire through it. What about it? He's broke. As the what? He's got a
apparently
business. He's got
he's
a
got
business.
so he has an MBA. He went to Babson, I think it's called. Have you heard of that? It's like a
Mm-mm.
entrepreneur. Apparently, it's the top entrepreneurial. I think I said that right.
Uh,
School in the country.
okay,
So he went there. Oh, I forgot to mention, but he grew up in like New Hampshire. Is that a place?
that's a place.
I'm not American, so don't judge me. But a friend of mine who was in like casting, she did like casting for Love Is Blind and stuff. She actually grew up with Kyle Cooke, and so she
Oh,
won't give me no tea though. She says like no, there is no tea. He was just who he is now,
okay.
party animal. But I wish she had some better tea. But I
So
don't
he
think
just came out the womb partying, basically.
exactly
Okay.
partying with a mom that cheats. So that's just in his DNA. So
Yeah, it's in his DNA. Yeah, for sure. He learned it from her.
yeah. So when he started the show, Summer House, he was working on like a nutrition fitness app that was gonna be because he has like a business plan. He's like a business guy, right? He wanted to do businesses. He wanted to do this nutrition fitness app. Then he realized like our show is partying. That doesn't really go hand in hand. Realized that all the stuff they were drinking on the show was blowing up because they were giving it so much promo. So like, why not
Okay.
start my own?
Okay.
So he started Lover Boy, which when it started, it was like spritz iced teas, like hard iced teas, but spritzy. I don't know. I
Okay.
feel like we only have like White Claw here, so I don't know what that is, but it was like a hard tea, I guess you would call it.
It was
So,
alcoholic?
yes,
Okay.
alcoholic. So when it first started, I think it was founded in 2018, but it launched in like 2020. So it was $69 for a 12 pack, which sounds crazy, I know. But then apparently it's $23 for 4. So is that still crazy? Yeah. How much is like a 4 pack of White Claw is what? Like 12 bucks?
$23 for 4 is okay, that's $5.75 a drink.
Yeah, I know. At first I was like $69 for 12
But
is insane,
but
but
you don't do that. You don't do it like that.
yeah.
You know what I
You
mean?
don't
Like
buy
you're
12,
supposed
right?
to get well, you do, but the thing is you're supposed to get some sort of discount like when you buy more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like a 12 pack of White Claws is what? $30? I don't know because I don't drink, but
Oh, right. I thought it was
or like my or Trulies or like
mm,
high noons or something like that. Those are all similar to what I'm
mhm.
assuming his drink was.
Well,
Let's
since you
see.
mentioned Trulies,
Mhm.
so Hannah
A 12 pack, a high noon, okay, a 8 pack is 19.99. A 12 pack
oh,
is
okay.
26.99.
Oh, yeah, so that's
Yeah.
quite. Because yeah, it said they had to defend the price point a lot, so that makes sense. So, they were like,
No,
"It's quality."
$69.
I
How
think it's a lot lower
bite.
now, but this is when it launched, but since
Oh,
you
wow.
mentioned Truly, Hannah that does Giggly Squad with Paige, was on the show. Her and Kyle had a massive falling out because she did an ad for Truly. So you can
Oh.
imagine the irony when that picture, that video of him at the fan's house came out and he was drinking a Truly. So, yeah.
Seriously.
So Hannah,
A 12 pack of Trulies is $21.
damn, it's so cheap in the States. Here in Canada, it's more, I'm sure. It's everything's double here, but that's a good deal. I'd be
Yeah.
drinking more if I lived there. So,
White when I so yeah, like an average for something like this would be no more than $30. So $69 for a 12 pack is wild.
yeah, super wild. So yeah, that's how him and Hannah had a falling out. Also, I don't know if everybody knows this, but Kyle came up with the Giggly Squad. He called them that. They were like Amanda and him were fighting with them at the table, but they were laughing in the corner, and he was like, "Oh, the Giggly Squad over there." Literally named their podcast, which now gets like 500,000 listens per episode. So it's a huge podcast. So
Yeah, I had no idea that I've heard of Giggly Squad. I had no idea that they were Summer House
yes,
cast people.
alum, however you say that, but
Yeah.
alum. Sometimes I say it the way I see it in my head, and I'm like, "Wait, that's not right." So that doesn't sound right.
That doesn't sound right.
No, but yeah, I wonder if he's ever tried he wouldn't, but he would not even try to mess with Paige like that, but I wonder if he's ever, like, because this whole thing on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, the high body count hair, Angie's like, "I said it," but Brittany's trying to trademark it. I wonder if Kyle tries to pull that, but I
Right.
don't think he would try to mess with those girls
I
ever
I
again.
you don't know because broke people will do a lot of things. So, okay, so
Fair.
basically he
Okay,
don't have a
so
job. He
well,
don't have
it
a
says
job. He starts this brand and he's charging 5.75 a drink. He had to defend the price point. That's why it's not doing well. But go ahead. Go ahead. Go on.
well, it's interesting because it said in 2022 it was worth 16 million, and in 2023 it was worth 38 million. But then I keep seeing people say he's in debt. Or I know he put up a $4 million loan, and so everybody's talking about how because they never had a prenup, Amanda and Kyle did not sign a prenup. So they're saying his debt is her debt, right? But then I'm like, also, I would think the company is also half hers. So if it's worth that much money,
Yeah.
that should not be a problem, right?
How is it worth that much money? I'm so curious now because I'm like, did they sell it to a big
No, no, I think that's usually the intention. So there's this thing called the Bethany clause because when
Right.
Bethany was on Real Housewives of New York, she came up with the skinny girl margarita
Right.
and she literally used Bravo to promote it. Like Bethany says like it was all her with it didn't matter about Bravo, the drink would have blown out. We
No.
all saw her drink it on the show. We loved her on the show. We got the drink. I remember buying a bottle. I don't even know how we got it in Canada, but I remember
Mm,
buying it just because I loved her on the show. I would if I ever had seen that in a store, I wouldn't have bought it. It was because she was on the show and we loved
yeah.
her. So anyway, Bravo never had that in the contract that you would have to give them anything. So she sold that company for like $100 million. They got nothing. So now in the clause in your contracts when you sign on with Bravo, apparently if you're still on the show and you sell a company, they get a chunk. So that's
I wonder how much of a chunk. I just want to say that Loverboy 8 packs are 18.99, so they're
okay. It's
definitely
it's reasonable now. I think that was
more
just when they were getting off the ground.
affordable. Yeah, they're more affordable now.
So
Okay.
yeah, so it sounds like it's worth a lot, but there's always these accusations that they're in debt and not doing well. So I don't know. That number was from 2023. Maybe it's not doing as well now.
I think it says they financially crashed after losing $3 million. I don't know.
So when
Despite legal issues and financial setback, Loverboy reached 16 million in sales in 2022.
yeah, so what about does it tell you what it's worth today? Because
I
I
don't
couldn't find that
know.
information.
You
Hmm.
know, AI be lying, so you never
Yeah,
know.
fair. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know why everybody is saying that. I don't know. Everyone is saying that it's not any money. I mean, why is he out DJing if he has a $38 million company? It's not
Seriously,
adding up,
it's
right?
yeah. The math ain't mathing for sure.
Yeah, it's not making very much sense. So either
Yeah.
way, I think he would be smart to keep growing it and then not sell it till he's off of Bravo, obviously, and then he won't have to share it with them. But I don't know if they're in a position to be selling it. So
Okay.
but he's had a lot of controversies with it because this whole Hannah thing. So that caused a falling out between Hannah and Amanda. So that she got
Okay.
disinvited from the wedding. And they
Oh
had been
shit.
like three peas in a pod. So
Oh
now
wow.
everybody, yeah. And now like Paige and Hannah have the podcast, which I can't even imagine how much money that brings in.
Right.
So
It's doing well. Yeah.
yeah, everybody's like, now that Kyle's out of the picture, can Hannah and Amanda make up? Maybe Hannah could go on Giggly Squad. I mean Amanda. It's too many of them.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
They have a good thing going. They probably don't want to mess with it, but
For sure. They might
couldn't
have
hurt.
her on as a guest. That would probably be a really
We need
successful
the tea.
episode. Yeah,
Yeah,
that would
I
be a
would love
really,
that.
really, really good episode. And because people would one like to see them back together, and two get the tea.
Yes, exactly. So,
Right.
and then the other controversy was Paige was with Craig, and then he decided to become an investor in a competing brand, Spritz Society. So, do you know
Mm,
The Toast podcast?
no.
Okay, I guess her husband, the girl on that, runs Spritz Society. So there's some kind of shadiness going on. Craig is a shady guy. Kyle, he said that he tried to invest in Kyle's, and Kyle said we don't have investors, so he went with this guy. But Kyle says he never asked to invest in my company. He just went with the competitor. There's a lot going on behind the scenes. Kyle went on Watch What Happens Live and said Craig is a known liar, facts, and Craig didn't like that. And so then Kyle rage texted Paige, Craig's girlfriend, and that started a whole war. So the
Yeah,
whole
why would
last
you rage text his girlfriend? Rage text him, bro. The fuck?
yeah, so that was a whole fight between Paige and Kyle, which they've had a lot of fights. So what we're all devastated about is that Paige is no longer on Summer House. So she
Oh.
loves to rip Kyle a new one, and now she's not there to do that for us now that she can. So
Mm.
that was the last
Maybe she'll come
controversy.
back. Maybe she'll come
Yeah.
back. It does say that Kyle, which again, AI is very wrong. It says his personal net worth is estimated to be between $1 and $3 million stemming from his Bravo salary, Loverboy profits, and brand partnership. So he not broke,
But it
but
should be higher if your company is worth 38 million. No, I feel like these
yeah, there's no
numbers
way.
are
These
lies,
numbers
right?
are, yeah, these numbers are fluff.
Lies, but I think when they like value a company at something, it's not necessarily what the company makes. It's just like
Yeah.
I don't know how it works.
Yeah.
If you
Like,
can all use it in
it's not,
time.
I don't think it's including like, that might be the sales of it, but maybe not, like, including the loans that they took out and the
Mhm.
losses and all of that. I don't know, I'm not a business fucking major,
Mhm.
but the truth of the matter is you don't got $38 million.
Yeah.
If you did, you wouldn't be out fucking DJing. But again, the DJ is
Yeah.
a loophole so that you could be in the club every night
Party. He
on
would
your
do it for
ass.
free. He would do it for
Yeah, he
free.
was doing it for free, you know?
Well, not to end on a note to defend Kyle, but we have been pretty mean to him. And so I will just say that there was this thing that happened in season 2 or 3 where he sent a 17-page email to Lindsay. And like, that's all I remember is we always think Kyle's crazy because he sent this email to Lindsay, and who would do that? And 17 pages of an email is insane.
Yeah,
But
only Ross would do that. A
yes,
handwritten
exactly.
front and
But
back. Oh, Rachel. It was Rachel who did it.
But I think I forgot, or maybe we just didn't realize the email was defending Amanda because they were all kind of mean to Amanda, and he was like defending her. So like somebody screenshotted it on TikTok. Lauren
Mhm.
Ryan is her name, and like it's all about him sticking up for Amanda. He like puts bullet points at the end, and it's like
Aw.
Amanda did nothing wrong to you. Amanda's not a package deal. She has her own feelings and opinions separate from mine. She's not responsible for Bravo not wanting this or that. Like, it was all defending her. So I know I've always been like, remember that time he sent the 17-page email to Lindsay? What a weirdo. But it was to defend her. So I think he obviously must have good qualities or she wouldn't have stayed with him this
For
long.
sure, everybody has their good with their bad, but his bad seem his bad,
Yeah.
like,
Not husband
as you said,
material.
not husband material. Like, she should have just hit it and quit it. But but he was who he was. He has been who he was since before they got married, and I think, like,
Hmm.
let this be a huge sign that they not gonna change.
Yeah.
The flags that you see when you meet them are going to remain. They're not going to miraculously go away. You know exactly who you're marrying. It seems like she knew exactly who she was marrying, and she was hoping he would change, and he didn't.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly. Yeah, no, I mean, we can't fault her. We've all been there, especially
for
when you're in
sure.
love with someone. You like have those blinders on, and
For sure.
he should feel really like lucky that someone was willing to give him that chance for so long and to change. And
Mhm.
I mean, she has time now, right? To
Oh yeah.
re-correct her life. And I mean, I don't know how healthy it is doing a show together in this divorce. Like, if she truly does love him like that, that's gonna be really hard because I'm assuming it's gonna be him DJing and picking up girls. So maybe they'll reconcile,
Well, maybe
but
she'll be picking up on Tall Man
I
if she's
hope so. I
yeah.
hope we're not just gonna be seeing her sad and crying while he's
I hope not
partying. We've
either.
seen that.
I hope that we get a flip, right? Like, I hope that Kyle gets a, a, a taste of his own fucking medicine. I hope we see her
Mhm.
partying. I hope we see her not coming
Yes.
home. I hope we see her picking up guys at the bar. Like, you know?
Mhm. I hope so too.
Yeah.
Well, I am super excited for we got Summer House season 10 February 3rd, and then right after that I'm assuming In the City, so be a lot more of Amanda and Kyle to come. So that was a good little starting point. Do you have any questions about the material tonight?
No, I think you did an amazing job laying it out for us, Kyle. Mr.
Yeah,
Kyle.
there's a lot of Kyle to report on, and a lot of
Yeah.
it it's the same story, different year, basically. That's
Yeah,
his motto.
basically. Yeah. Hell yeah. Fuck her.
So
Fuck him. No, I'm just
yeah.
kidding.
We'll
He
see what
sounds like a
happens.
real class act, you
Mhm.
know?
He is something, and he's not going away anytime soon, I guess. So I'm an
I mean,
interest. I
makes
hope.
for a good team. It makes for good
Yeah,
tea, makes for good TV. So I'm
yeah. And if
interested to
you
see how this plays out for sure.
And if you have been watching or if you have been going to any of these DJ things, like, give us the tea, let us know what he's doing. I guess it doesn't matter now, he can do what he wants, but
I mean, I still want to know. I would still like to know because I think that says a lot about you when you've been in
mhm,
a long-term marriage, like how you act right when you get out of it. Because
yeah.
they will
He's
show their
probably like
ass every time.
he's probably like, "I've already been showing my ass, so what worse can I do? I'll behave now."
Yeah, but
Oh,
maybe show his ass publicly.
I did forget to mention I actually did have an interaction with him once. He messaged me because, as you know, I've mentioned this on the show before, but there's a reality by Ashley on Twitter. It is not me.
Oh,
And
yes.
that's fine. Do your Twitter thing, but she's always doing embarrassing things. And for some reason, anytime she does something embarrassing, people think it's me. When she does like funny tweets, no one's like, "No, this is so funny what you said." But if it's something embarrassing, I get sent it. So she's hit on Craig, and Paige actually told her to chill. And then she wrote this article. So they actually started a new product called High Flower Boy, and it's like the THC drinks.
Hmm.
I think it came out last year. She wrote an article about it, but it was wrong. I guess she had some of the things wrong, and so he messaged me asking me to correct my article, but it wasn't me, and so anytime it's something wrong, I get in trouble. So I don't even know if they
Damn
believe me.
it.
Oh, and then the BravoCon thing. She was the one that said West and Jesse didn't interact with fans and were not nice, and so I had to correct that that wasn't me too. I don't know if people really care, but I care because I'm like, I
I
wouldn't
don't
say
care.
that.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah.
for sure. Because imagine she says something really off the fucking wall and people think it's you. Like, oh, that would suck.
Yeah, and I don't know what to do because at this point, I feel like I can't change my stuff, and she had a different Instagram name. She only went by that on Twitter. And then I did interact with her once, just kind of being like, "This is embarrassing," and she now changed her Instagram to that, so it's worse now, so I
Oh,
shouldn't have told
fucking.
her. So I don't know what I could do. I could start a Twitter, I guess, but that's not really my thing, so
Yeah, it's
it is
okay.
what it is. So if you see someone making a fool of themselves on Twitter, hitting on men, it is not me. It is her.
Yeah.
It's my alter ego.
My
So,
alter ego. Reality by Ashley. Like, damn, bitch, couldn't make the name any damn closer. It's okay.
literally. I
It's
mean,
okay.
it's
Those that know, know. Okay.
yeah.
Like,
It's my
those that
fault for
know, know.
having a boring ass name. There's a lot of Ashleys
Actually,
out there.
not your fault. It's actually your mom's fault.
Yeah.
You didn't name yourself or your
Couldn't
parents.
they could have been a little more creative, but no, I got Ashley. So, but yeah, that's the other product he does, High Flower Boy. I'm not really sure. I don't really hear much about it, but
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
I don't think it's doing like to the level that Loverboy is, although I think people are not really drinking alcohol. The kids, the Gen Z, right? So maybe that's their thing. I don't know.
I have no idea, girl.
Yeah. So that's about all for Kyle. So
Okay.
stay tuned for our summer house recaps. Will be coming up in a couple of weeks. We have lots of other Bravo shows out. We're doing The Traders. We did Love is Blind Germany. We have Love is Blind season 10 in 2 weeks. So it's going to be a big February. I'm excited.
Me too.
So like, subscribe, follow, whatever the kids are saying, you know the drill.
Yes. Give us
And
5-star rating for our birthday.
yeah, happy birthday to us. To many more, right? This is the
To
first of
many, many
many.
more. The first of many.
Well, thanks for listening. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.